I'll say to anybody watching this who is not a creator, creator events are not all that they're chalked up to be. They gave me a billboard in New York.
Yeah, she has a billboard.
I paid my way to go to New York,
but she was on a billboard in New York.
Thanks, Sephora. I've actually heard a lot of big creators, like, they have burner accounts and they hate comment on their own videos.
That's smart. Because I really...
Oh, you don't have to. I'll make another account. Actually, I won't even make another account. I'll just hate on you from my own account. Thank you.
Hey everyone, it's Nina, aka Psycho Food.
And I'm Tiff at Take One for the Road.
And we have a special guest here today.
Karen, aka Cake from the Bouquet.
Yeah, and this is Just
One Bite.
I literally said pie. I should have said it. Oh, whatever.
Keep it in.
But yeah, we're so excited to have our friend Karen today because we're especially like enthused about you talking about like the beauty industry because she's a beauty creator. But yeah, I'd love but yeah, because me and Tiff are both foodies, so it's nice and refreshing that we have Karen who can give us all the insights and tips to making us beautiful.
Yeah. Are you calling me beautiful?
Yeah. But yeah, maybe we can go into like what kind of like platform do you host aside from just beauty and what do you host?
So I have been a creator for over 8 years at this point, which is crazy to say. And I started out on Instagram and then YouTube. That was like back in 2016 when like beauty YouTubers were like blowing the heck up.
YouTube.
Yeah. So I always wanted to do like long form content. And then I just figured like Instagram was kind of more accessible. So I started out on Instagram and then I did YouTube at the same time. And then when TikTok came around, although I haven't been super active on like YouTube for the past few years just because TikTok has blown up so much, but I like to say primarily that I'm on all three of like
I think you are making like a comeback on YouTube though.
Yeah,
you've been really putting videos out there consistently.
I've been cranking them out.
Yeah.
And I feel like when TikTok came out and like short form videos became more of a thing over long form, I kind of lost a little bit of my passion because I've always loved long form content.
Oh yeah.
But that wasn't where the social media landscape was going. So I just decided to like go with the short form, and I like now in hindsight lost a little bit of myself and like a little bit of my passion in doing so. So that's why I'm going back to the YouTubes now because I love long form and I love yapping.
Yeah.
Gotta go back to your roots.
This podcast is probably going to be so long. You guys are going to have a lot to edit.
No, it's fine. No edits. Nothing's getting cut out.
Nothing. At all.
Yeah, we can be late to our dinner reservation. It's fine. We can sit here all night long.
Some tea.
But no, I think it's nice that you're expanding on like long form content, or I mean revisiting it too, because I think that obviously shows your personality a lot more.
It's so much easier.
Oh yeah, I feel like being natural and being able to just talk, I feel like it's kind of difficult even for us getting like used to speaking for like an hour long. But then I do think it's a little bit easier because we can just say whatever we want. Yeah, instead of when we are filming maybe some like of a thing or like food or maybe like your products, it's you have to go back and edit and talk about it, and I think that's even more kind of thinking that you have to do because you're thinking about making it perfect. You're editing it and you're like, oh, I don't like the way I said that word, let me do it again. But
I feel like especially with beauty too, I think this is where like beauty and food kind of is so different. It's like food is just so opinion based, whereas beauty products, like there's a science behind it, like with ingredients and everything. So there's like an education aspect of it. So there's only so much that you can say within like a short form video, and that's why it's sometimes so frustrating doing short form with beauty. It's because it's like, all right, how am I gonna cram all this information into like 1 minute, sometimes less than a minute?
it's almost impossible.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like going back to YouTube. I can yap as long as I want, and I know that you can do longer videos on Instagram and TikTok now, but like everybody's attention span is not.
Yeah, it's
not
very
there anymore.
short.
I think they're looking for more of like a story kind of too.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just like you yapping, they want to like be with you as your thought process is happening.
Yeah.
So I can understand that.
So yeah, that's a little bit about my
Like your
my general creator journey.
What are your maybe goals then for your future self?
At this point, I just want financial stability.
I feel that. I feel
True.
that. Because right now too, are you considered like full time or are you still kind of?
I am full time. I've been full time for, I want to say, 3 years now. I'm pretty sure. And before then, I was just always doing it part time. And the thing about being a creator, I feel like rarely anybody talks about, is that unless you're like in the millions and you have like a very dedicated following, getting paid is like so inconsistent. It's so annoying. Like some months will be amazing and then other months will be like big fat nothing. So I just want it to be in a place where I'm like, I'm stable. I don't have to like worry and budget and you know, do all of like the more difficult financial decisions when it comes to my income. And obviously, of course, I want to like elevate the content. I want to, you know, just continuously strive to be better and hone the craft. But y'all, you guys know I'm planning a wedding, so expensive, and it just makes me think more about like the financial consistency, because I also came from corporate, which we can get into a little bit later or now if you guys want.
I mean, would you ever go back to working corporate?
I think about going back to corporate like every single week. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love the consistency of like
A steady paycheck.
a steady paycheck. Like it's so different because like I'm gonna say your podcast you can around at work and still get paid, you know, like whereas if you're a creator, you're self-employed, and if you dick around, you don't get paid. Like so you're constantly having to hustle, and I feel like that's a big thing that people don't realize if you're not a creator. And so I think that's why people just assume that being a creator or influencer is so easy.
And it's not.
When in reality, it's
pretty stressful.
It's stressful. It's a full-time job. To quote who was it, Kim Kardashian?
It's pretty like stressful because you're basically like an entrepreneur and you're doing like all things, whether it's like you're doing the filming, you're doing like the planning, you're like scheduling out the post, you're making the brand deals. You
wear many caps, and you are just running. You are the CEO of your own business, but you are also the operations manager, marketing, everything.
It was so cute because there was this one time I was speaking at a career day for my friend's mom's school, because my friend's mom is a teacher. And, you know, all these kids want to be influencers or creators nowadays. So she knew that I was a creator. She knew I was full-time. And she asked if I wanted to speak at a career day. And I was like, sure, that's so cute. So I was explaining it to them, and I was trying not to sugarcoat it, because these are like 4th, 5th, 6th graders. They're old enough to kind of grasp, you know. So I was telling them that it is really fun, but there is a lot of sacrifice that happens. It's a lot of work. You do everything yourself primarily. And one of the girls, she raised her hand and she was like, oh, so you're like a businesswoman. Oh, that's so nice of her. That's right. That's so cute. I was like, I never made that connection in my mind. But I was like, oh my God, I am a businesswoman. That little girl has a bright future. Better than mine, probably.
She's definitely going to think back at this moment. That one beauty creator, I idolize her.
Girl boss.
But she said that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am a whole ass businesswoman.
No, as you are, I feel like it's hard to like balance everything, and you're basically dictating like your own schedule and setting like those boundaries or not boundaries. Oh my God, there's no boundary. I know. As I was saying it, it's so hard to like sometimes like work with brands because they have like so many deliverables and they ask you, and you're very fast at giving a huge turnaround. So
that's my forte.
I mean, you're crazy. There's times where Karen be like, I edited 3 videos today. Yeah. And it's not like even short form. I swear there's one day you edited 3 YouTube videos and I was like, props to you.
I love editing. I feel like that's not common in the creator space because, you know, the filming part is the fun part. But for me, I don't know why. Editing is just, I think it's because I've been doing it for so long. It's kind of second nature now. So I just kind of zip through it. I just lock in and I'm like,
is it therapeutic at all for you?
It is, until it gets to a point where I have to step away because I've been watching it over and over for so long, and then I have to take a step back and then revisit it like a few hours later or the next day with fresh eyes. Otherwise I'll miss a few things. But yeah, I think in a way it is very therapeutic because it's just, when you think about it, it's like a repetitive motion. Like it's just, you're watching, you're cutting, you're watching, you're cutting. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Maybe it creates like the stability that you kind of like, because you know, you're kind of like editing. You know, I'm kind of like the same way because I like being stable. I like when I know what to expect, so it's easier. But for me, I think I'm not as passionate about editing either, because it gets tiring for looking at your computer for like a long time.
It does get tiring, and I'm like, I'm a purist. I edit on my computer instead of my phone. I know so many creators these days, they edit on their phones.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, how?
It's so tiny.
It's tiny.
Yeah. But then for your short form content, do you edit that on like a computer? Wow.
I import everything onto my computer. I edit on Final Cut Pro. And I taught myself that software through like a bunch of YouTube videos.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you use CapCut or anything, or?
I use CapCut for like the more simple TikTok videos. If it's like something I don't really care about, if it's like a trend or something, I'll use CapCut. But for the most part, it's just Final Cut Pro, which is
impressive.
Yeah, it's something. I wouldn't say it's impressive because I think it's really easy once you get it down. I think the hardest part is just constantly wanting to learn more about the software, which I think is something that I can improve upon because my editing style is just it's very simple, I would say. But it's clean. It's clean. It's effective. But another thing this year I want to hone in on is just like elevating the editing style and just like finding my brand per se when it comes to editing. So we're gonna dig into that a little bit more.
I think it would be nice to have like a style so that it would be something that people remember you by. But I think you have to really come by it because
it's something that you have to like work up to. I think it doesn't come naturally at first. It's a lot of trial and error, I would say.
So I guess in terms of your like beauty like stuff that you do, like how, like what are some of like the struggles that you do with creating content for beauty?
I feel like one of the biggest things is time and testing out the products. Like with food, you taste it and you're like, done. Trash. I like this, I don't like this, it's whatever. But with beauty, especially with skincare, I have to like test things out for weeks. Granted, there are a lot of creators who just like don't test it and they just
wait, what do you mean by testing it for weeks? Like
if I'm doing a partnership for a skincare product and it's something that I haven't tried before and I'm debating whether or not to do the partnership, I always test out the products for at least 2 weeks to a month before I agree to sign on for a project.
She does her due diligence.
I do my due diligence, which is I don't think it could be the same for a lot of creators in the beauty space, just because it's so tempting to just be like, I'll do the partnership, I'll take the money. But I just feel so guilty if I don't do my due diligence that I feel like it's a morality thing. Not to say that I'm like have better morality than a lot of creators, but it's just something that eats away at me. Like I can never live with myself if I decided to take a partnership with a product that I've never tried
that you're not passionate
Yeah,
about.
because you don't want to advertise and be like, this is great, and then someone uses it and they're like, it did this to me, it did that to me.
And granted, like skincare and makeup and beauty is so subjective, so I might have a reaction and they might not, or they might have a reaction and I might not. But I don't know, I feel like I've built a lot of my core following off of like being transparent, and like mental health is a big pillar of my social media presence. So it's just kind of disingenuous if I were to just turn around and be like, yeah, I'll take a partnership for this product that I've never tried before. Like, it's just not part of my personal brand. It's not who I am. So I think that's the biggest, or one of the biggest challenges when it comes to makeup and beauty industry as a whole, when it comes to content creation, is that you have to take a lot of time to test things out, to compare, to do your research, because especially with skincare, there's so many new products and ingredients, and you know, there's always something new popping up and people want to be educated on it. So in turn, I have to educate myself. I have to test out the products to see if my skin likes it, to see, you know, how it reacts. So then I can properly like make decisions based off of that. But to compare it to like food, it's like you guys take one bite and you're like, yeah, I really like it, it's so good. I'm like, dang, I wish it could be that quick for me.
I know. I like have so much respect for you, especially I remember when we first met in Orlando. I think one of the days you did the wear test for some sort of foundation, but you would like split your face in half and you would do like a comparison. So you would wear like one brand's foundation and another brand's foundation and see which one would like last longer.
And I was like, that was a lot of wear tests on that trip. I think I did like a foundation, a blush, a bronzer. Like I did so much. I was doing the most on that trip, honestly.
Actually.
I was really hustling.
Oh, that's how we met, by the way. In case you didn't know how we met, Karen. We met on, Karen and I were in the Disney Creators Lab 3.0 cohort last year, and then we all met in Orlando in person for the Creator Celebration.
And now it's been a year.
It's
only been a year.
I know, that's crazy,
which is crazy
because we feel so close.
I know. I think from that trip we've just seen each other like more often. Made the difference.
It's so nice because I feel like all of us are on the same page about like actually making the effort to hang out, which cannot be said for a lot of friend
people
groups our age. So it's just nice to be on the same wavelength when it comes to that.
And I appreciate that we're all kind of like creators too. So it's kind of easier for us to talk about like making content or just understanding like each other's like struggles. But I mean, that's how we met.
And now we're so close.
That's the short version. I feel like that's a general version. Which is crazy. I'm like, I have so many friends from the internet.
Seriously,
like 2 of them are my bridesmaids in my wedding, and like you guys are all coming to my wedding.
Which is crazy. We've only known each other a year.
Like how far we've come. I feel like it was always like a stigma, I guess, because people didn't. They were like, "Oh, be hesitant."
Stranger danger.
No, seriously. But I think the way that we present ourselves online, I think it's pretty much the same as we are.
What you see is what you get with us, and for the most part.
And like before, social media didn't exist on the internet. It was just like chat rooms and like so much anonymity. And then and now it's like you can see the person who's posting. And you can like learn so much about them just from like stalking their page for 5 minutes.
We're just out in the open.
It's so different now, but I love it. It's so crazy. I'm like, I have so many friends I've made on the internet.
So when you're like as like a beauty creator, are they also like beauty creators that you've met maybe at like events, or is it just people you've collaborated and you just met up randomly? My 2 very good friends, Jane and Jenny. Hi, if you're probably watching this. Hey.
First of all, I hate you guys. I'm just kidding. But we met through the beauty industry. Jane is a cosmetic chemist, and she does videos regarding like the scientific formulations of products and whatnot. And I just found her organically on my feed. The same with Jenny. She does a lot of beauty reviews and comparisons. She used to be a manager at Sephora.
Wow, yeah.
So she has a lot of knowledge, and she's constantly talking about like what's on sale at like all these retailers. So I was drawn a lot to both of their profiles respectively. And then I met up with Jane one time for dinner because we just like started commenting on each other's stuff and DMing. And then she said, "Oh, I know Jenny." I was like, "You know Jenny? I love Jenny." And then so the three of us started hanging out, and now like they're my freaking bridesmaids, which is crazy. So it's been like over 2 years of us being friends, and they're literally blowing up my group chat right now.
I feel like every time I see your phone, it's just like Jenny. I'm like, Jenny, stop. We're busy with something.
Love you, Jenny.
Yeah, but I feel like even with Creator Lab, there were a lot of different types of creators. Like you guys are foodies, and yeah, I feel like it's pretty well rounded when it comes to
people that you're connecting with.
Yeah, a lot of lifestyle too.
Yeah.
And I was part of this program called Sephora Squad. For people who don't know, it's a year-long contract with Sephora with mainly beauty creators, but there's also a lot of lifestyle people, a lot of hair people. So I met a lot of creator friends through that program, like in real life, and it's just so nice because meeting up with creators in real life is so, like, you guys know, it's so nice to kind of like chat and discuss and like commiserate over things that people who aren't creators won't understand.
Yeah.
So it's just nice. I love my little creator community. I love my little corner of the internet.
Yeah.
Even if it does include you too.
Okay, get out of my corner.
Bye. Get out of my house.
Where, like how you met your creator friends and stuff. Like,
Yeah. Just like the trips and whatnot. I've been the Bahamas. The
Bahamas.
I've been very fortunate enough to have been part of these programs where I've gone on these trips.
Sephora sent her to New York.
Yeah.
They did not send me. They gave me a billboard in New York.
yeah,
They
she
didn't
has a
send me.
billboard in
I
New
paid
York.
my way to go to New York,
But
to
she
see
was
my
on a billboard in New York.
Thanks, Sephora. But yeah, also just through events. I feel like living in LA, it's really nice because we are such a big hub for creators. So there's always a ton of events.
Oh yeah.
I know you guys go to a lot of food events and like beauty. There's so many beauty headquarters in LA. So there's just always something.
What's like
on.
some of your favorite events you've been to in LA?
So I love me an intimate event. I am a very intentional person, and I just am not a huge fan of events where it's like a big party. I love me a sit down dinner. I love me like a little round table discussion. I just like it when event sizes are smaller because then you can actually get to know the people who are attending and also get to know the people behind the brand. I used to work on the brand side of things for 2 years before I started doing content full time. So I know how much work goes into putting on events. You know how much work goes into putting on events and like just facilitating partnerships with influencers from the brand side. So I always make it a point, whatever event that I go to like thank the brand team and just be like, oh my gosh, I loved how you guys did XYZ. And it's not to like kiss up or anything. It's just to like show appreciation. Yeah. So I love all events. I'm appreciative of being invited to any event, but the intimate events are the ones that hold my heart because it just shows that they're intentional as well instead of just throwing like a big party where I've been to a few where I've had to wait outside in line. Like, it's
to
supposed
get
to be,
in?
Yeah, like at a club.
Why?
Because
They just overbooked or something?
because they want to like give the illusion, I think, that they're
they're
like they're super
full.
poppin'
Yeah.
and then they're full.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, you invited me to this event, like,
That's true.
and you're making me wait outside in downtown LA.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
Yeah, and it's not like out of to be like, oh, we're trying to act like there's privilege, but I think also there's kind of a return there where,
Yeah,
but
it's pretty wild, the range of intimacy between beauty events that I've been to, because again, I've been a creator for over 8 years, so I've gone to my fair share of events, and I'm at this point where I'm like, I will only say yes to an event if I know I'm gonna have a good time, if I know it's not gonna drain my mental energy and my social battery. But some of these events, I've been to some where there are VIP sections, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy to me, honestly. Like,
it's already like a media event.
No, yeah, it's already like an exclusive event for creators and influencers, and then to add like another tier on top of that is just,
it's like you're displaying
insane to me.
It's like you're displaying like, oh, these people are only selecting your
like these are the important people of this event.
And then you guys are just here.
And then you guys are just like filler,
peasants.
you know, like filler people. I don't know. I've been to quite a few where there's been like VIP sections, and I'm just like, it just doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah. Like, I get that there's different tiers of bloggers, but that definitely sets you apart. And I can only imagine how you would feel like in that moment.
Yeah, showing up and being like, oh, I see where my place is at in your guys' minds.
Yeah, but I do kind of see that's a very LA thing, though.
It is, for sure. And it's not all the time where you see that, which is good, but it definitely happens more often than one would think.
Yeah.
I will say to anybody watching this who is not a creator, creator events are not all that they're chalked up to be. Like, majority of the time. People just post highlight reels on their social media, which is
social media in general is all highlight reels.
That's something that I tell all the time on my page, because like I said, mental health is such a big thing for my niche, and I'm always telling people on my little corner of the internet, like, everybody hides stuff on social media. Like, it's a highlight reel. You never know what's going on with somebody. Like, even me, like, I choose to not share a lot for privacy reasons or for respect of like my family or whatever. So there's a lot that I can't even share, and I pride myself on being like as transparent as possible. So if you're watching all these influencer events go down and you're feeling jealous, or you're feeling like FOMO, or you want to compare, majority of the time they're not as amazing as you think they are. Unfortunately.
I feel like, do you feel like there's more drama that happens in the beauty industry, or do you think it's in all industries?
I feel like it's really rampant in the beauty industry. For some reason. It was really bad in 2016, 2017. I think because with the bigger beauty YouTubers, there was a lot of drama like amongst them, so that kind of set the precedent for smaller creators to also be engaged in drama with each other. The stories that I could tell.
That's weird. Like, maybe it's because they think you need to drive off of this drama to be popular,
to get engagement.
It's not even like drama within their videos. I've heard so many stories, because like the industry is so small when it comes down to it, especially in LA. So like you hear a lot of stories of, you know, people not vibing well with each other, people not liking each other. And like back then, you know, everybody talks. So I would hear so many stories of like, oh yeah, this person tweeted this and they're in this group chat together, and like this was said and XYZ and blah blah blah, and I'm like, y'all just talk about a blush. Like,
I'm surprised they like want to keep talking about the drama, because I would be so exhausted, especially if it's drama not pertaining to me.
I get so anxious. I get so anxious when it's pertaining to me specifically. But I just don't know how people like can handle all of that, or can
like why
facilitate
into
that. But yeah, it's a lot better now, because I think the bigger YouTubers, they have just kind of shied away from sharing everything like online and airing out their dirty laundry.
For sure.
But I mean, everybody remembers like 2016, 2017, like OG beauty YouTubers, like there was a lot of beef. So I think that set the precedent for a lot of smaller creators in the industry to follow suit.
And it was over like really like small things. It might be like they said that they were going to post it and someone else beat them to it, or but it's like a product, like it might just all be released at the same time, or like a brand just releases it, you know, and they just reach out to, because also back then I don't think brands really knew how to work with influencers.
Yeah.
So they were just like, oh, share this product, and then it was always like the way that I saw it, it was like a fight of who would be promoting it first or not promoting it, or she said, he said. But
there was a lot of, I mean, I think in every industry there's this issue, but the issue of plagiarism or copying somebody's video, that was really prevalent back when I first started. I think because back then content creation was still such a new thing that everybody thought there had to be like one specific way to talk about a product or to, you know, do a video. So there's bound to be overlap. Like even now I think it's still an issue, but I don't think it's as big of an issue now. But back then people would like be like fighting on Twitter.
Yeah, they're beefing.
Yeah,
and it's so funny because Twitter, nobody really uses it.
No, it's crazy. Nobody uses it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember seeing like a bunch of beauty creators, like every single week there would be drama. Yeah,
and then sometimes they might agree with each other to create drama. As what I heard, they create fake drama to be like, just they say, okay, they'll make an agreement between one blogger to another blogger, like, okay, we're just gonna play this storyline, and then this will be what,
it's like a PR setup.
Yeah. I've actually heard a lot of big creators, like they have burner accounts and they hate comment on their own videos.
That's smart.
She's like, maybe I should.
Maybe I should. Because I really.
Oh, you don't have to. I'll make an account. I won't even make another account. I'll just hate on you from my own account. You're welcome.
No, because I did realize, like, over the years, my content only does well when there's usually a couple haters, and then it gets a conversation going.
Yeah.
And I kind of. Do I miss it? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's anxiety inducing.
Yeah, it's anxiety inducing, so maybe not. But then I know my video is doing well is when I get the hate comments.
Yeah. But then you gotta like do the mental work and kind of shove it in a box and
I'm just gonna tell myself they're
get
all
under your
Karen.
skin. It's all Karen hating on me. It's fine. Honestly, that's a funny way to combat that.
Yeah.
Because then if you just act like it's a friend giving you shit,
then it's funny. Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. That's your new mental
health mask Monday.
Yeah. So I guess what would you think is a good, like, what are the boundaries that you keep for yourself when not revealing things online versus what you do reveal online?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, security reasons, 100%. If you're a creator, honestly, if you're a regular person, don't disclose where you live.
Yeah.
Or like any personal information. People are freaking scary. Like
they'll show up.
I've seen some creators where they've only shown like a view outside their window and like people can find that view and like find their house.
It's really weird because they know if there's particular structures like buildings, like because you know how some creators, they have that like open window concept. They'll pinpoint where they are like from the others that they see outside.
It's so scary.
Yeah, and then they can figure out what like maybe floor, what like
building, what area.
Yeah.
So I always discern like security and privacy is like the most important part, and then I think of my family. If I don't want details about them out there, obviously I'm not going to share it without permission, and if I do want to share it, I ask for permission. But for boundaries on social media, like pertaining I just always go with my gut. I feel like that's like kind of a cop-out answer, but that's really just what it comes down to. Like I had a mentee bee this past week, and I was like really debating whether or not to share it on social media because I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about this, but I did give myself time. Like I slept on it, and then I was like, okay, I think I will include this. You guys will see it in my weekly vlog.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready for
Actually, yeah, it'll be in this vlog, the one that I just filmed the clip for. But yeah, I think I just give myself grace and time and like just ruminate on whether or not I actually want to share if it'll have a lasting effect if I share it. Like if I look back in like a week or a month, if I think I'm gonna regret it, then I won't share it. But if I don't think I'm gonna regret it, then I'll just share it. Yeah.
What is it the topics, I guess, that makes you feel like you shouldn't share it? Is it because like you don't think other people would resonate with it, or is it because it's too open that you're like, oh, maybe people won't be accepting of whatever I'm saying?
I think I get really tripped up into the fact that people might think that it's tone deaf. I think that's a very big driving factor, especially in today's like
world,
social political climate. That's a really big thing that holds me back. Like,
you're just trying to be mindful.
Yeah. And I really try and put myself in like a viewer's shoes, because like if I'm watching a video and it seems kind of tone deaf, like, I don't know, it's like kind of triggering, you know? And everybody has their struggles and whatnot. Like, I never think that it's like the suffering Olympics, like for me personally, but there are people that view it as that. So I'm always trying to like, not tiptoe, but always just be mindful of what I share and how I share it, and like giving context as to what happened and like why I share. Like, for instance, the Mentee B that I had, which is Mentee B is what I say for a mental breakdown, in case you didn't know. But the Mentee B that I had this past week was about like my wedding and like the budget for the wedding. And I know that comes from a place of privilege, because most people don't even like have weddings, they can't afford weddings. But the main issue that it boiled down to wasn't about the wedding. It was about like the emotions behind specific decisions and behind certain financial decisions that I had an issue with. So if I were to just like straight up be like, oh, I'm crying because like I can't afford something for my wedding, like that seems a little tone deaf to me.
People might watch it and be like, you're so ungrateful.
At
least I'm having a wedding.
At least you're having a wedding, like we just, you know. But when it boils down to it, that wasn't the main issue. It was the fact that I had like an emotional reaction. I feel like if I explain this on the pod, it's gonna be really long, but long story short, it wasn't the money aspect, it was the emotional reasoning behind it that had to do with me and my husband, me and my fiance. We're married. We're retroactively having a wedding. I just call him my husband now because we're technically married. But it was like the emotional, you know, thing that I had with Nate, my husband, and so that was what I shared, instead of just being surface level and being like, oh, I can't afford, like, you know.
I think people feel like people don't necessarily deserve to hear like what the answer is, but I think people, if they hear that reasoning, I think it helps them understand you better. Exactly. So I always, again, try to be as transparent as possible when it comes to these things, because I don't know, like, crying on the internet is one of my favorite hobbies. I say that one of your strengths. yes.
I don't do it often, but I'm comfortable doing it. And I know that's cringy for a lot of people, but like for me as a creator, I share my life online. And so like if I were to withhold such a big part of my life, I feel like I would just explode at some point. So that's that. Not to bring the mood down.
No, it's not because I feel like it's kind of important to hear about like these like behind, because some people might be thinking that creators, they're all living in this bliss. Because obviously we're portraying like the best parts. I also think it's nice to show that you're like honest, that you can be raw, and that you can be
we're human too.
I think we can.
Bad things happen to us too, guys. It's not all just fun and games.
We're like the little people, you know. We're like you guys.
All you minions.
I'm just kidding. I hope that goes without being said. I'm just kidding. Please don't cancel me. That was a joke.
No, but people I feel like this is how we like talk to each other, like how we talk with friends, and I think it's kind of hard to relate to someone who's like super like like those high like influencers that are living like the dream that I think we all like kind of wish we had, where they're living like that lifestyle. They live in a big house, like they have the nice car. Like I think that's something to aspire, but I think when we're here down below with all you guys looking it's nice to find comfort in a community, because I think that's what sure. I think there's a lot of people that connect with you, especially where I think you've built like a place where in your corner you have a lot of people who feel like they can relate to you with your wedding, like with your mental health, like your beauty.
I feel like even though I'm a beauty creator, I feel like the main thing that people relate to me on is my mental health, which is nice, but it's also very emotionally draining sometimes. Because I feel like I constantly have to share, and I feel like the boundaries that I have to put up sometimes is like I can only give myself parts of myself a little bit at a time. So that's another boundary thing that I've been better about putting into my work. It's part of like the work-life balance at this point. But yeah, I love sharing about my mental health, but sometimes it does kind of take a toll because people are like expecting more, if that makes sense.
They just want to take.
What are they expecting from?
I think they just like,
because she's already maybe shared so like, much, they're like they're expecting her to share even more.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, and to Karen, she has her mental mask Mondays. That she does every week. But I can see where if you're not feeling so hot on that Monday, you know,
you don't really want to share.
And now I used to do them every Monday, where I do like a little mask and I talk about where I am in my mental health journey, or like give updates on where my mental health is. And now I don't do them every single week. Or I'll do like some different variation where I'm not talking about updates, because now my mental health is getting better. And I'm like, cool, I don't have anything to talk about.
Guys. Yeah, she graduated.
Not yet. I went back down to, not back down. I went down to bi-weekly instead of weekly. Which was crazy because I never thought I'd get to a point where I don't need weekly therapy.
No, but you should be so proud of yourself for
I'm very proud of myself, and we're gonna wean off from there. But yeah, I was like, dang, now I don't have much else to talk about. My segments.
For people who don't know, like basically Karen's therapist said that she doesn't need therapy anymore.
She's a 2025 grad.
That happened right before the new year. Like So
I don't know. People might watch this podcast and be like, "Oh no, therapy still." No.
I think from therapy you take like necessary like resources and like skills with you to tackle new things. And 100%. I mean, too, like that era was kind of different. And I mean, you've already been in your wedding era, but it's coming closer to your wedding too. So, like, you don't know where you're gonna be.
I know. I told her, I was like, no, we have to keep doing bi-weekly because my wedding is coming up and I know people are gonna try it. And I'm gonna be stressed, and there's gonna be probably more mentee bees down the line. Although I will say wedding planning has been less stressful than I thought it would be, which is nice.
So do you have a wedding planner?
No.
You're doing
it all herself?
We have a day of coordinator, but majority of the planning, it's all me and Nate.
What can't she do, guys?
She's a businesswoman.
She's a businesswoman. I hope that girl grows up one day and then you guys like run into each other at an event and she'll be like, "You inspired me," and like, a whole like
I would cry.
Full circle moment.
I would cry. I would bawl. But she was in 4th grade, so that might be a while before that happens.
Maybe she girl bosses so hard she like graduates school like early.
Maybe
starts her own beauty brand and reaches out to you, and then full circle.
We'll see.
I also wanted to talk about this. I had this question earlier, but do you ever feel like you run out of like beauty brands to talk about? Because I will say, like, we have the ones that we're really like passionate about, or we really like have our choices of makeup. But do you ever feel like there's no more?
Honestly, no, because there's the beauty industry. When it comes to content creation as a whole, I feel like beauty is one of the most lucrative niches, which is great for me because you know I can get sponsorships and whatnot. Somebody watching this, give me a sponsorship. they're not consistent yet. Like, so hit me up. But I feel like because it's so lucrative, there's always brands popping up, and there's always new launches coming out. So even though like brands have been around for a long time, they can launch like one super viral product, and then that'll be the talk of the town for like 2 weeks. So it's just always like riding the wave of new launches, new beauty brands, and now that you know K Beauty and J Beauty
It's huge.
is blowing up, like there's a whole other facet of beauty brands and like a whole other atmosphere of things to review, of things to teach about, because regulations overseas for makeup and skincare are different than here in the US. So there are a lot more products and practices to talk about when it comes to beauty. So I never run out of beauty things to talk about.
So you basically, for beauty, you cover like makeup, you'll cover like skincare too. So I guess that kind of also opens up, especially with Korean products too.
And hair care too, like nail care, body care, all the cares. Karen. My name is Karen. But yeah, it's just like it's never ending, which I kind of love but simultaneously hate, because I feel like I produce so much waste. Like I'm a very intentional person, and so I never want to waste anything when it comes to my content. Like I will only review something if I truly am interested in it, and if I'm not, I'll either say no to the mailer, like I won't even receive it, and if they send it, I'll just donate it, or I'll give it to a friend or something. Like I never want to review something just to review it and then have it sit in my drawer for forever. Yeah, that's good of you, because I feel like, I mean, products, they'll use so much ingredients, even like from the packaging too. And like the mailers in the beauty industry, they're insane.
Why?
Because it's so grandiose sometimes.
Yeah, it's very creative. I'm sometimes like very
like
amazed.
I appreciate all the time and effort, money, energy that it takes for these brands and the teams to create all these beautiful mailers, but sometimes it's a lot of
fluff,
waste, it's a lot of fluff. Like you can give me the same product in like a bubble mailer, and I'll if it's a good enough product, like I'll still show it, I'll still use it. I think a lot of brands, they are still stuck in the phase of like, we need super inventive and crazy PR mailers so people can be more inclined to share it on social media. But I feel like I'm at that stage in my career, I'm like, give me the regular cardboard box. It's easier to break down.
It's easier for Nate to break down.
And like a lot of the times, like the stuff in there is not recyclable. Like
it's a lot of plastic.
It's a lot of plastic. I've gotten like mirrors in specific boxes.
Mirror?
like a mirror like attached to the box. So like I can't even I can't recycle it.
What's the craziest PR package you've ever received?
I'm gonna have to give me a sec.
No worries.
The crate. Something will stop me. It's you distracting me while I'm trying to think.
Singing your favorite song.
I think the most crazy PR packages that I've gotten have been the ones where it's like full shade ranges of a foundation or like a concealer.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
But you can't use all of them.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So it's amongst those. I've gotten PR packages that have, luggage attached to them. Like it's inside of like an actual suitcase. Or I've even gotten like a dancing gram PR package, and it was
Like someone came to dance?
Someone came to like drop off products and like
Cute.
That can be recycled.
a t-shirt.
Did you dance with him?
They were also driving like a branded car.
Oh, wow. What are you going to do with that car after?
I don't know.
Give it to Karen.
I'm assuming it's just like a wrap and they can take it off.
Yeah.
But I was like, y'all are really driving around LA and like dancing in front of people's doors. And then she was like, I have to finish the whole dance. And I was like,
Oh, did you stop her mid-dance?
no, but it was just really long.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is so...
You should dance
This
with
is so
her.
cool. I
Since
was
you're a
like,
dancer.
I was vibing with her at first. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. And then like she just kept on going. And then she was like, I have to finish the whole dance. And I was like, okay.
Oh.
Thank you.
So that's like the craziest, like most excessive PR package. Like
Yeah.
that one isn't in terms of like cardboard or like packaging or anything, but like, you know, you're driving around town
It's
like
gas.
with gas and like spending all this money on like wrapping a car,
Yeah.
giving me products that is like it was a whole duffel bag.
It's a lot then.
And I'm just like, I can't. There's no way like one person can use all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I give a majority of my stuff away. Like you guys have gotten so much stuff.
Yeah, no, seriously, I'm still using.
I love it though. Thank you. But also,
welcome.
Karen's donated a lot to like the
I donate a lot.
wildfire victims.
Yeah. That I was happy to be like completely cleaned out after that.
That's good.
So I was very excited to be able to help in that capacity. I'm like, I don't have consistent income, but I have consistent income of
PR.
beauty products, so I can just donate those instead.
Yeah, no, I feel like especially girls would love that because
Yeah.
you know they're going through such a hard time. It's nice to that they can just maybe feel like themselves
Yeah.
with like
Yeah.
some nice
Yeah.
beauty products.
It's just like a semblance of a regular routine, I think. So that was nice, but yeah, some PR packages, they do be wild.
There's a lot.
I'm gonna show up at your front door for your birthday and do a little dance
Oh no.
gram.
Oh no.
3 minutes long.
Maybe I'll give Karen like cabinets to put on. Because sometimes like I'll see Karen's stories and she has like boxes of.
No,
like,
it's crazy. I'll insert a photo right here. Or
Like,
I'll
you
give you
can't
guys,
see the
I'll give you guys a
floor.
photo to insert. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of physical labor to
Yeah.
like break them all down and
How much
recycle.
time do you think you spend on like from the point of reviewing the product to like breaking it down and like posting? Like how long do you think you can go through like filming?
It depends on how many packages I have. If it's during the holidays or during summer, because those are like the peak times for beauty launches, I'll get anywhere close to like 20 to 30 packages like
Wow.
in 2 weeks.
Do you
And
break it all down at once?
Yeah. Because like I have to like it's content. If I do an unboxing, I have to do it all at once. So then I have to catalog everything. I have like a little PR tracker where I input everything that I received, when I received it, if I did a video on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's for like communicating with brands. If I ever want to pitch myself, I'm like, oh hey, I mentioned this like organically, like on this date. So I'll catalog it and then post it, film it, do whatever I need to, and then I have to break down the boxes, which is like the majority of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most painful. I don't even get that much PR, but I hate breaking down boxes.
It's a lot of work.
It's the worst. We have like an electric box cutter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Nate was super excited about that. I remember
That is the best addition that we've had in our household in a hot minute.
Dang.
Because before we were just using like the regular blade and just like
Yeah, it hurts on your hand.
yeah. So it usually takes me like if it's that amount of PR packages, it'll take me probably like 3 hours.
It's a long time. Wait,
to do
sorry,
everything.
just everything from filming and breaking it down, or
Yeah,
just breaking down?
if it's just like a regular like unboxing video where I'm just showing it and not necessarily like talking it through or reviewing it, then it'll be around like 2-3 hours.
It's a long time.
For everything.
And then if you were to review, that would take another few hours.
Yeah, and then she'll have to, if she really wants to review the product, then it's like 2 weeks prior to study it.
Yeah.
And then she busts out 3 videos in a day. How many hours do you have in your days? Because it's definitely not. It's more than 24 hours a day, Karen.
No, for sure.
I will say though, with makeup, it is less time because I can tell pretty much off of like the first few uses if I like it or not. It's really with skincare that takes
A long
the
time.
most time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to wait to see how your skin grows accustomed to it, or if it like reacts well, or if it doesn't mix well with your other products in your
I
routine.
have a question. What's like the worst reaction you've ever had from a skincare product you were sent?
Oh, that's a good question. It actually was not a skincare product. It was a foundation, and it was from Ariana Grande's brand. Yeah.
What did it do?
The foundation was beautiful on my skin. Like it lasted. It was like the perfect amount of coverage. It was gorgeous. And then I took it off, and the next day I had like little tiny bump, like a really itchy rash, essentially, like all over my face.
No way.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shoot, that's a weird reaction. And I didn't know it was related to that because I've never had a reaction from like foundation before.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe it's just something I ate, maybe it was stress or whatever. And so I decided not to use it again, and the next time I used it I had the same reaction. So
That's crazy.
I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely the foundation.
Wonder what it
Dang.
was.
Do you know if other girls had the same reaction?
I saw a few people comment on my video, and coincidentally they were both Asian. So I'm like, what, are we being targeted?
Maybe. No, it can't be.
Maybe. It's
Ariana
giving you guys
Grande
Asian
is-
glow.
Ariana Grande is coming for us Asians. Okay.
I feel like that would be kind of scary because you don't know how it would like react.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the chance that I take with every single product that I use. Luckily, I have a skin type where I'm not super sensitive and I can tolerate more stuff. I can't imagine people with like eczema or psoriasis or more sensitive skin types
Yeah.
and do
Beauty
the
content.
beauty content. Yeah,
Wouldn't that be so painful?
yeah, you really have to pace yourself. And with me, I'm lucky because I have a completely different skin type than Nate, my husband. He has like very sensitive eczema prone skin, so what he tries a lot of the time is like, okay, I know it's good for sensitive skin, and I can always talk to that when I put my reviews up on the internet. But I'm like, yes, I have the intel. I'm like, thank you for being my guinea pig and trying all these beauty products with me.
I'm just picturing Nate like you're just dolling
With the makeup, it's mostly skincare.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that man, he's so bougie. Like,
Has he tried the Ariana foundation?
no. Unfortunately. Maybe I should have him try it.
Yeah.
Imagine if he didn't react to it.
Interesting.
He might not, honestly.
He's not Asian. I mean,
Oh right, it wasn't. Remember your video? Some person was like, "He's not Asian."
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
You're like, he's Filipino.
Yeah, backstory. I showed Nate in a split second of a vlog, and I got a hate comment saying like, oh, you guys are always going for the white guys.
Oh, yeah,
and
like
blah,
Oxford
blah, blah,
study.
like Oxford study or something like that. And I was like, blink, blink. This man is Filipino. I know he's light skinned, but like, I don't think he looks white.
yeah. Look white.
That was crazy.
That was really funny, but that was a very short like second that he was in the video. So
No,
it wasn't
yeah.
They pinpointed that one moment.
It was
in
a
the video.
split
Was it your
second.
Wicked videos though?
It was one of my Wicked vlogs.
Oh yeah. Oh, so Karen's the one we featured in our first episode.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Wicked. We'll insert clip again.
No, how did we go through this whole podcast without mentioning
I feel like it gets brought up so much now, and like I love it, but I also am like, is this my legacy?
Yes. Yes.
We gotta show it to that 4th grade girl.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
This is what it means to be an
It's
influencer.
Please.
Find me. Wait, way, did you do that? Speaking to the kids before or after the Wicked? Actually,
It was before the Wicked.
You gotta go back, part 2.
Yeah, I think that was like a year ago when I went to talk to the kids, to the children.
Wow. Well,
I give back to the community, you know.
But yeah, I'm glad that we were able to talk about it because I want to show you this fun game that we have. Yeah. This one.
Why am I scared?
No, don't be. It'll be so fun.
It's a very chill game. It's called It's Giving. We've played this on our channel before. Close your eyes for a second. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, now you can open your eyes.
Just tell us what you think it's giving.
We'll play along with you.
Yeah.
It's the way that I know what video this is from.
Yeah, it's from Drew Barrymore.
And what that is.
Wait, what is it?
So, it's Drew Barrymore, right? Yeah. So Drew Barrymore brought the original like Glinda wand
from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Wow. And so they gifted it to Ariana Grande. Yeah. And so she was just having like a moment with it.
Yeah.
It's giving not her foundation.
Yeah, it's giving your foundation breaks me out. It's giving me holding her foundation and being like, no, I'm scared.
Gosh, like she's repulsed from it. I feel that from this picture. But
it's giving holding space.
I like that one. Is it the star? No. Okay.
Are these all Wicked related?
No, they're not. I just did the beginning ones as one. I feel like I'm gonna point out this one girl in the back. It's gonna say what? That girl in the back. She's like, "What's happening?" She's just thinking.
It's giving. I gotta think about this one.
It's giving.
It's hard because like I know the context of these photos.
Maybe I should have done something else. It's giving me that one Great Gatsby meme, the one where he's like clinking the glass.
Where he's like holding the martini glass.
That's what it reminded me of.
It's giving me whenever I chew out one of my family members at the dinner table. Youngest sibling energy.
Speaking of dinner,
it's giving Glinda. I guess this one is also Wicked related. All I can think about is that her hair hurts.
Oh yeah.
Like if that were a real person
wearing a meat dress.
No, not the meat dress, with the hair. Like her hair hurts.
Yeah. I want to say this.
This is giving Glinda.
Yeah.
That's giving Lady Gaga for me.
Oh, she had that meat dress.
Yeah, the meat dress.
Oh my God, you're right.
Why does this look like one of those Korean dresses that like
hanbok?
Yeah, like that you wear like when you're doing one of those photo shoots?
Oh yeah, no, that's
what the tourists do.
Yeah.
Or what Minnie did yesterday.
Yeah. Minnie.
Minnie wore a hanbok to Lunar New Year for our creator
nice.
celebration. Yeah, it was really cute.
Dang, I hope it didn't get rained on.
Her bow did go off.
A lot of
she had like a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh,
she's like,
yeah.
And she like scurried to the bathroom.
No, because it's like a lot of like texture and embroidery, or like
it's
the way
like
that it is.
her bow just like where was it? Was it on her head?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just like plopped onto the floor.
Oh my gosh.
No. And then her handler was like, we need to go.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, let's go. Emergency. Wardrobe malfunction.
Emergency. Oh yeah, there's another one. I thought I didn't have this one.
I would just like to say that her two friends in the back, Fanny and Chen Chen, that's me perpetually. To any situation.
Listening in on the drama.
Yeah.
Those are us small creators.
It's giving 2016 beauty industry drama.
Yes.
That is Tati Westbrook and James Charles. Bye, sister.
That's exactly what it is. We have this we have this joke from like Disney because Tiff got us this. What is that, sleeping mask?
Yeah, I have
it. Yeah.
Like with these alien from Toy Story.
And then we would go like this, and Karen always go like
That
It's giving Doctor Strange. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When he has that third eye.
Yeah.
That might be an obscure reference. I don't know.
It's a niche reference. I like this one.
I love this reaction. It's so random.
I know.
Like, out of everybody, I was not expecting her to give that reaction.
I know. She was very like not poised as what she usually is.
It's the way that she like jerked too.
I know.
Like,
So
Do you think she was genuinely surprised, or she like knew, and then this is her acting surprised?
I don't know.
Me neither. I feel like was she even nominated for an album of the year, or was she
in the
not?
past?
In the past,
no,
yes.
in this current year.
Yeah, she won album of the year.
No, but this is country album.
Oh,
of the
country.
year.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? I thought it was album of the year.
I thought it was country.
Oh.
Because she also won for the country.
I think
Yeah.
this reaction was for album of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah, because she's never won it before.
Yeah.
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 It's giving me in high school when I would get called on, like unexpectedly,
That's a good one.
and I would just be like, Also, I saw somebody post this on, I don't know where it was. I think probably Instagram, or maybe Nate showed it to me on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. But somebody put that Hunger Games dialogue. It's like, oh, when PETA says, "Oh, if it weren't for the baby,"
Yeah.
and then Katniss is like,
that was a shocker moment. I was like, what the heck?
"My little pita bread, little pita crisp."
Oh, it's giving. You know that meme?
It is that meme.
She's like, I've seen this somewhere. She's like,
This is familiar.
I chose it.
I'm embarrassed.
No, that's exactly the meme that I'm talking about.
This is also gonna be niche, but I'm in my reading era, and I've read the ACOTAR series and Fourth Wing. Well, I'm in the process of reading Fourth Wing.
Is the ACOTAR one with the dragon?
No, it's Fourth Wing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's giving me lusting after my two book boyfriends from both books.
Dang.
Reese and Zayden.
So which one's which?
Let's see. I feel like that's Zayden, and then that's Reese.
The one with the chest.
The one with the chest is Zayden, and then the one with the headdress is Reese,
Yeah.
because I don't know if you guys have read it, but Reese is like a High Lord.
Oh, yeah.
So that looks like a High Lord outfit.
Yes.
I guess.
I could.
It's giving my brows circa high school.
Brow blindness.
I feel like
I'll give you a photo.
I keep seeing like 2000s, like there's this one girl who she pretends to be like the teenage angst girl.
Yes.
And then she's also pretending like to be her mom.
Yeah,
coming in.
those are so funny.
Yeah, there's this one clip where she like, I forgot that people did this, where they did the foundation lips.
Yeah,
and
concealer
I was
lips.
like, that is pretty ugly looking. I don't know why we had that as like an era. But then when I saw like she put pictures of like Jessica Alba, or someone put pictures, I was like, okay, I can see why. Like,
It was the move back then.
yeah, but the
It
way
was
that she did it was like very
a
emphasized.
super pale lip.
Yeah, this is giving very like 2000s.
Yeah.
Eyebrow blindness.
Eyebrow blindness for sure. Oh. Number one, please send this to me because this is hilarious.
It's giving hatfish
Ooh.
on the dating apps.
Tiff's passionate about the hat fishing. I know people who've dated like a lot of no hair people. So I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's giving
This image is cursed. I hope you know that. This is so funny though. That's a cursed image.
It's giving like
It's giving nothing can stop us now.
But it did stop.
But it did. It did stop him.
maybe this was the inspiration for those like Disney ears that is like with the cap.
Oh, probably.
You know?
Very inclusive. I like that.
It's giving Minnie's wardrobe malfunction from yesterday.
Oh
yeah, the
With her bow falling off, but I don't know. This looks like Mickey willingly took it off and decided to
show it off.
to curse us.
Yeah.
This is my new Roman Empire. I'm gonna be thinking about this for like the next week.
I'll send you this later.
Oh.
It's giving my eyelash when it's too windy.
This is
It's giving Lena's eyelash when we're at the Bahamas on the banana boat and they come flying off and she had to catch them and hold them the entire banana boat ride in the ocean.
I still don't know why you didn't just let them go.
Because
That's dedication.
I think I wanted to reapply it, and I think I only had a certain amount of eyelashes for the rest of the trip.
With
So-
ocean water.
I'm screaming
making sure I cleaned
like
it
her. I was gonna say that's me on a credit coaster.
That is exactly. That thing is fast. I don't think I like going on that one. It's really fast. I think this is the last one. Oh, yeah, it's the last one. Good. I'll put this on here so you can watch it as we're doing it.
I love it and I also hate it at the same time. There's something like very haunting but endearing
Yeah.
about it. I think it's the fact that he has the wispies.
Yeah.
It makes him look Asian.
I was thinking that.
Like Asian grandpa.
Like Asian grandpa vibes.
Yeah, well, I think Asian grandparents always have those two.
Yeah,
my grandpa
yeah.
looks like that.
Specifically Asian because like
They're
the
shorter.
well, yes.
Yeah. They kind of shrink.
Also, the hair color, because I feel like if it were white, I would equate it to like a white man.
Yeah.
But like the fact that it has like its full color, I feel like a lot of Asian, like older Asian men, like they don't lose their hair color as quickly
No.
for some
True.
reason. So that's why it's giving Asian grandpa to me.
I like it. Well, anyways, thank you so much, Karen, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Our first feature. Hopefully, we see more of you.
Oh,
We will.
you'll be
We
seeing
will.
more of
She's gonna
me.
show up unannounced.
sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna barge in like Big Bird.
She's gonna come up through the balcony.
Yeah, I'll come with Sam and
Yes.
Carolyn. Yeah, and then we'll just rage.
Yeah. It'll
Or
be a full
Sam
circle.
and Carolyn will just take your guys' places. You guys won't even be in the episode. It'll just be us three.
Special episode.
nice break.
Yeah.
Where'd they go?
Yeah.
So where can everyone find you on social media?
You can find me at Caked by Baby K on all platforms.
Like
because I'm a
YouTube.
uniform.
So YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Yes.
Same username.
Same username.
Yeah, and you can follow us. I'm Nina at Psychofood, and
I'm Tiff at Take One for the Road.
Nobody cares.
You're right. Honestly, nobody cares.
okay, it's time for you to go.
You need to leave.
We're trying to do our outro video. You can see us every Tuesday on
Here.
Spotify, on YouTube.
And here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can follow us on Instagram at Just One Bite Pod.
Yes.
Don't do it.
High five.